in the championship round. What does that mean?
Welcome, folks. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Lou Williams.
Here we go. And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And the Clippers starting five. We've got Ibaka. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then there's Irving. And it's Harris in at the three. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. And stolen by Jordan. Oh, and here we go with Durant. Nobody back.
What I love about Durant, doesn't force anything. Everything comes naturally and under control.
And so Beverley will bring it up for the Clippers. 4-point game. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, in that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. It did not happen.
They never really got into a rhythm, despite trying a few different things. Sometimes it's just not your night.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line. And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Here's George. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays on the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? It's good.
And early on, they looked great. It made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Now the Clippers with it. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
And it's Beverley missing. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Irving looking over the floor. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Out in transition, Kyrie finds his spot down the court, finishes the job.
Beverley the pass to George. Over Jordan. George, no good.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
And a wide open look for Irving. Nailed from three-point land.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Durant with the steal. They double-team KD. On the wing, Harris. Back to KD. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverley is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Here is Durant. Paul George making his last shot. Harris outside. Back to KD. 6 on the shot clock. Harris against Leonard. Shoots over Batum. That doesn't go either for KD. Clippers trail by 8. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah.
Oh, what a play!
Watch your head. Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jeff Green is checked in for Durant. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Harris. Brown is checked in for Kyrie Irving. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Jackson, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Jordan's shot is off.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Now, here's Shamet. He's guarded by Williams. Shamet, the pass to Brown. Back to Shamet. Shoots over Zubac. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nets out in front. They're up by 3. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Nets. Kyrie Irving is out there with Brown. Then it's Jordan. And there's Green. And it's Luwawu in at the 3 spot. Here's Irving. And the layup's good off the glass. Irving's got 7.
Sometimes I think Kyrie likes to get contact, probably because he can still finish through it.
Outside Jackson. Morris finds Zubac. Back to Morris. It's stolen by Green. Left side, Irving. Down low. Lays it up off the glass. Jordan's got his first bucket in this one.
Attacking in the painted area. I like this approach. It's where DeAndre's at his best.
Jackson, here's the open look. A 3-pointer, no good. Nets leading by 5. Over to the left wing. Shoots from the corner. No good from Luwawu.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Irving attacking, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
The quick first step of Kyrie gave him an edge, and all they could do was foul.
So for the Nets, Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Jordan. And it's James Harden in for Luwawu Cabarrot. Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Irving passes to Harden. Back to Irving. Green kicks to Irving. Pass to Harden from deep 3-point range. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And it's Williams with the ball for the Clippers. Trailing by 5. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. And that will be the 3rd of the 6-game road trip. Harden surveying the D. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played, misses the layup.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And it's in there. Kennard's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, and an excellent pass by Morris, a guy known for his finishing ability, but he also has the skills to facilitate.
KD with the bucket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Williams passes to Kennard. To the paint. It's stolen by Brown. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Here's Irving. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his third assist on the night.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
Kennard for three. Brooklyn with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Clippers trail by 5. Outside Leonard. The three. No good that time. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
There were some unforced errors, but they also created some mistakes through their intensity on both ends.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And Williams, here we go. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Not only is Lou fast, he's tenacious. Feels the contact on the drive, doesn't stop him from completing the play.
Here's Harden. Off target at the rim. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball. Kennard finds Morris. With 1 on the clock. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
And the long arms of Durant, so disruptive. He takes up a lot of air.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back from the... And with Durant back in action, you know the Achilles will be on his mind and everyone... And...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. And it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. It's Harden with the drive. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Here's Leonard, kicks it to Batum. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Brooklyn with the rebound. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. Landry Shamet's checked in for Brooklyn. Harden with it. Leonard picks him up. And they pick up 2.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And Brooklyn making a change here. Luwawu's checked in. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. Ibaka dishes to George. Beverly, the pass to George. Takes the 13-footer. Clock at 4. Ibaka, no luck.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's Durant. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Clippers trail by 8. It's Jackson with the drive.
Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5, looking for some continuity.
Luwawu, the pass to Jordan. Outside for KD. Here's Luwawu. No points in the game yet for him. Outside, KD. A three-pointer off the mark.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
And it's George finishing it off.
The trust George has built with his team, they know he'll finish strong if they feed him.
On the wing, Harris. Buries it from three-point range. Harris has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Nets. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Deflects the pass. And the dunk by Batum.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And it's Shamet missing. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 7-point differential.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Nets have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Batum against Durant. Batum with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. Los Angeles shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And with Reggie Jackson, it's a testament to his natural talent that he often leaves us wanting a little bit more.
Brooklyn making some changes. Green comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Bruce Brown in for Durant. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. 1:43 left to play in the third. Morris with the bucket.
And dangerous in that catch-and-shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
Brown drives in, and the pass to Shamet. Harris dishes to Green. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Green's got his second bucket tonight. Williams scanning the floor. Now, here's Zubac. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Brooklyn. James Harden comes in for Landry Shamet. The Clippers also making some changes. Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Paul George in for Jackson. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Pass to Zubac. There's 42 seconds left here in the third quarter. And the wide open shot from Morris gets the three-pointer to fall. Morris has got the lead up to 1 now for Los Angeles. It's Harden with the drive. Harden draws the double. Harris outside. On the wing, Irving. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Irving's got 14.
Man, it's a joy to watch Kyrie go to work. You can tell he lives and breathes this game.
Passes it to Zubac. Back to George. He kicks to Morris. Outside Williams. Here's Leonard. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Nets lead by 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Harden. Joe Harris is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. And it's Irving in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's Leonard missing.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without foul.
And the dunk by Brown.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
And Williams, here we go, makes it off the glass.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Here's Harden and the jam by Harden.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Clippers trail by 4. Williams passes to George. Back to Williams. Kicks it out to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Because he's so good at shooting it and driving it, defenses overplay Lou, leaving other guys free.
Harden against Williams. And Harden with the stuff.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Here's George. Some solid defense from Brown. Brooklyn leading by 4. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Jordan, he's checked in for Bruce Brown. And then for Los Angeles, Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
I love the patience Beverley has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Harden outside. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Trying to get open is Ibaka. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Beverley.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Kevin Durant's checked in for the Nets. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Jordan kicks to KD. And the shot goes down.
That's what he does. Put the ball in KD's hands, and he'll deliver.
Deep 2 from Beverley. It's rebounded by Durant. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They've led by as much as 10. Oh!
Yes! Yes!
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Here's Batum. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Excellent pass, PG-13. Keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Beverley against Harden.
That's his shot. Close to the basket, had the defense on his heels. Kicking himself right now.
And George gets it to go.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
Harden up top. Defended by Beverley. Harden against Beverley. Shot clock at 6. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Beverley for 3. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Batum against KD.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
George with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. And Beverley kicks to George. And it's off from three-point range. Outside Irving. Poked loose, and it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. .24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. In the corner, Irving with it. And the three off target. Leonard inside, guarded by Harris. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Outside Irving. Launches it. Off target. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. It was a thing. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps.
push my team over to A.
The view high above our broadcast location. Let's see the stat sheet here for Kawhi Leonard.
And guys, he's fighting it a little bit at the free throw line. In the past 10 games, the stroke just hasn't been what we saw earlier in the season. He'll be trying to right that ship here tonight.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Gasol in at the 5. And for the Clippers, we've got Ibaka. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point guard position. And of the early surprise teams, Doris, some have fallen by the wayside, but some may be for real.
And isn't that one of the most exciting aspects of any season, Kevin? You watch a team perhaps outperform expectations. We see a good team take that next step and become a real threat for a title. Like, there's so many storylines that develop over the course of a long season. I can't wait.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. From deep, George. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
Gasol finds Schroeder. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. And another 3 for the Lakers.
We are talking about a very solid passer at his position. Schroeder identifying an open teammate.
George passes to Leonard. About 1 minute into the first quarter. For 3, sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, just had a feeling Kawhi Leonard would respond with a 3 of his own. Beautiful.
Schroeder surveying the floor. Pass to Kuzma. Leonard against James. Kuzma. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
The Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. George dishes to Beverly. Back to George. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I don't know if it's underplayed, but there's an all-around aspect to what Paul George does on a night-by-night basis. This guy is an elite two-way player.
So he gets them both.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Caldwell Pope against George. And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist by Caldwell Pope.
Well, Schroeder is 6'1" with a thin frame, but make no mistake, he's got balance and the ability to play through contact.
Now, here's Beverly. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Batum passes to Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And Ibaka does a little bit of everything, including rolling quickly after setting that screen.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Gasol. Back to Caldwell Pope. Inside. Kuzma passes to LeBron. No good from outside. Clippers trail by 3. Lobs it up for Ibaka. The shot will not fall.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line, only 71% as a shooter.
I think what amazes me about LeBron James is that he never stops pushing. This guy is pursuing greatness.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Williams finds Zubats. Now Jackson. It's blocked. A minute 50 left in the first quarter of the game. Morris looking over the floor. Back to Harrell. That one good for 2.
Well, you know that Montrezl Harrell is one of the best rollers in the NBA. Even when the defense is waiting for him, this guy's so hard to stop.
Now, here is Morris. 9 points last game. Fires the 3. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Here's Horton Tucker. Guarded by Jackson. The offensive rebound. Harrell the pass to Horton Tucker. On the wing, Morris. Covered by Morris. Over Jackson. Here's Harrell. Kicks it out to James. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Jackson passes to Morris. Back to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kennard for 3. And the Clippers miss again.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Morris dishes to LeBron. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Williams with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. To end the cold streak, and Williams throws it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. Right back after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Williams. And it's Jackson in at the 2 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Morris passes to LeBron. Wants to get it to Morris and does. The kick out to LeBron. They get the rebound. The pass to Caruso. From downtown, that's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Williams passes to Zubac. Kennard against James. 3-pointer. Williams in the post. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
A small frame, but big game. Lou Williams in the paint.
Here's Horton Tucker. Guarded by Jackson. Passes it to Harrell. 11 feet away, and the jumper is on the mark. Harrell's got the lead up to 12 now for the Lakers.
Montrezl Harrell starting to show a little face-up game. Gets to the mid-range.
Williams scanning the floor. Jackson in the corner. Back to Williams. From deep. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you play?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
A different look for the Clippers. Batum comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. And the Lakers also making a switch. Gasol's checked in.
See, I don't think you can teach that. Paul George going right into contact. You love that aggressiveness.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. That's good from George. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Lakers leading by 11. Schroeder, right side. Outside for Caldwell Pope.
Get there.
Clock at 6. Pass to Gasol. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Harrell. The Clippers grab the miss. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
I think it was a lot of bad decisions leading to a lot of poor looks. Patience was not their best quality in that basketball game. That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
And George kicks to Beverly. Leonard against Kuzma. Leonard attacking. Here's Ibaka. There's the dish to Beverly. Clippers moving the ball around. And the Clippers miss again.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Beverly finds Ibaka. Here's George. Leonard trying to break free. And there's Paul George on the assist from Ibaka.
How about Paul George? Puts it on the deck, uses that explosive quickness. This guy is really hard to contain.
And the Lakers making a change here. Morris is checked in. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the half. The three from George. Morris with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
To the inside. Kuzma passes to Schroeder. From 10 feet out. No good off the back of the rim. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 13-point game. It's deflected. And here we go again. The Lakers on the break. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Morris gets to Gasol. Goes back up. And the jumper falls for him. And the Lakers lead by 15.
How about the vision of Markieff Morris? Hits the open man.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers finding a 15-point lead at the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, it's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They lead by 15. Kenny, how'd you see it? And that's a...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what we're seeing, guys, from Montrezl Harrell.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Lakers. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Schroeder in at the point. Lakers leading by 15. LeBron passes to Kuzma. LeBron kicks to Caldwell Pope. He dishes it to Gasol. 4 on the clock. Over Ibaka. It's Gasol missing. The Clippers shooting a putrid 25% from the field. Poor shot selection all around. The Lakers shooting well. 50% from the floor. And Kuzma slams it in.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
The three from George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
The drive by Schroeder. Caldwell Pope dishes to LeBron. Over Ibaka. LeBron's shot is good. LeBron's got 6.
Yeah, not a lot to be done if LeBron gets a solid screen in a pick-and-roll set like that one.
And it's Beverly missing.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
LeBron against Batum. And now the Clippers on the break. Beverly with the ball.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
And here's LeBron outside. And again, no good by the Lakers. Clippers trail by 17. And it's Leonard missing.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
From 8. And the shot is long.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
And it's George finishing it off.
Don't sleep on Paul George's verticality. How nice was that finish?
Lakers leading by 15. Here's Caruso. Here's Morris. Lays it up and banks it in. Morris has got his first 2 points of the night.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
And here's Morris for 3. They get it back. Zubac kicks to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Shot clock at 5. George finds Williams. Misses the 3. Lakers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And here's James outside. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
If you do not box out Montrezl Harrell, you are opening yourself up to offensive rebounds. This guy is a force there.
Back to George. Morris outside from past the arc. Zubac kicks to George. Pass to Williams. Up top, Morris. Covered by Morris. Back to Williams. Puts up a 3. No good on that one. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. LeBron James on the wing. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
It's stolen by Morris. Stolen by Zubac. There's the pass to George. Williams outside. The rebound by the Lakers. Harrell's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution.
Back to Caldwell Pope. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. They're deep. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. Batuma's out there with Ibaka, and it's Morris in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers, trailing by 19. Here's Morris. The shot, no good. And the Lakers take it the other way. Pass to Horton Tucker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Lakers lead by 21.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Beverly, the pass to Morris. Lobs it up for Ibaka. And that one is off.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
And Kuzma slams it in.
And with his size and athletic ability, playing above the rim, not an issue for Kuzma.
Back to Beverly. Nobody near Williams. And the Clippers miss again.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from three is not the answer.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Gasol. To the middle. Kuzma left side. Down low. Gasol passes to Kuzma. Caldwell Pope outside. And a miss there on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Beverly for three. Hits the three-point bomb. Beverly's got himself on the board with three there. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are three guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. The Clippers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Morris with the ball. Gasol covering. On the wing, Morris lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Lakers leading by 23. Here's Horton Tucker. That one doesn't drop. And the Clippers will come the other way. From deep. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Williams. The three ball. Cans it from downtown.
Now, this is a go-to shot for sweet Lou Williams. The three ball is there.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game from Montrezl Harrell.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Williams. James checked in for the Lakers. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. A nice shot by Kevin Gelly.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Los Angeles foul call. Patrick Patterson. First personal foul at the line for the Lakers.
And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from Dudley. Here's Mann. Patterson inside. He's guarded by Dudley. Takes the three. Mann can't hit. And the Lakers with possession here. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And he can't get the first one. He doesn't get the second one. Now Kennard. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what?
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Run by Rocco.
Our next guest is on his way to the championship game in the My Team Unlimited tournament. Ty Debo, welcome to 2K TV once again.
Hey, thanks for having me. Always a pleasure.
All right, so last year you lost to Jinsanity. You come back with determination. You're a favorite in this tournament, and you had one tough road. Not only
Hi, everyone. So the net starting five. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Irving in at the 2. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the 1. Caldwell Pope dishes to Gasol. Kuzma passes to Schroeder. And both these coaches, Chris, tonight have plenty of options on their benches. Depth, a big part of what these teams do well.
Yeah, most great teams in the league, Kevin, have fantastic 6th and 7th options. I mean, depth means so much during the regular season.
Nobody near Irving. The three-pointer is right on target.
See right there, Kyrie showing you the range. Usually hovers around 40% from 3. Must be accounted for at all times.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look, trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Outside, KD. Offensive rebound.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Schroeder finds James. And James throws it down.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Harden, no good. Los Angeles is gone 0 of 2 from deep here. James in the post. Harris is there. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
Now James following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. This one for 3. A rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. In the corner, Irving with it. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against Orlando.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
And as long as you do that, you put yourself in a good position to win, no matter if you're home or away. I like to see the ball moving in transition like that. I mean, when teammates out in front, get them to rock. And last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
Now here's James. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Utah Jazz. Just 4 to shoot. Schroeder. Gasol trying to free himself up. And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist by Kuzma.
An all-around player. Kuzma is very solid at finding his guys in their spots.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double-digit assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
So for the Nets, Jeff Green. He's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for Irving.
For all those people waiting for LeBron to start showing his age, you might not want to start holding your breath. This man's got a lot of time left in this game.
Now Harrell. James Harden missing on the 3. Morris inside. LeBron outside. The 3. Morris with the ball. He's picked up by KD. Nice shot by James. James has got 6. The Nets with the lead. Harden outside. Count the basket.
We all marvel at the offensive game of Harden, don't we? I mean, he's excellent at taking advantage of these in-between spots on the floor.
The 9-foot shot. Here's Morris. Harrell dishes to Morris. James outside. 6 to shoot. From the arc. Kevin Durant with the rebound. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for Brooklyn. They lead by 4. From deep 3-point range. No good. Shot missing. And it's the Lakers the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
And maybe the crowd had an effect on them. I mean, who knows? I mean, they looked uncomfortable at the line.
LeBron passes to Morris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Kevin Durant.
Morris isn't afraid of getting whacked. In fact, he welcomes it when he's going up to shoot.
Landry Shamet's checked in for the Nets. Here is Harden. His last outing with 20 points. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the shot is good.
Oh, he's got to roll in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Caruso kicks to LeBron. Dishes it to Harrell. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Back to Shamet. And there's the pass to Harden. Over Harrell. No dice from 9 feet out. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Brooklyn ahead. They're up by 6. The second quarter coming up right after the...
Venom.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. Luwawu is out there with Green. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then there's Brown. And it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. Morris passes to Harrell. Here's Horton Tucker. 8 points his last outing. Great positioning on the putback.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass. And
that one's good, Shamet. Lakers trail by 6. Morris, left side. To the left side wing. Schroeder with the ball. Now Green defending, and it's Schroeder missing.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been an easy lay-in.
Fires from 18. Off the left rim and out.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
Passes to Caruso. Shot clock at 6. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Shooting at a high percentage. All teams aim to do that. Let's see the league's best. Number 1, the Nets.
Just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
Round kicks to Shamet. Inside. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And that's a big reason why Jordan's field goal percentage is always so high, because most of his finishes come right at the rim.
Pass to Horton Tucker. The 11-footer. Rebound by Jeff Green. And throw the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
Looking here at some numbers for Brown. How his last 10 games have gone. 12th in steals. And with the top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands. Always looking to force a mistake. Schroeder hits them both. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are the guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Irving against Schroeder. Takes a 3. Let's keep it alive. On the wing, Harris. Jordan trying to free himself up. Harris misses.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Caldwell Pope with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And a wide open look for James. And again, the Lakers no good. From deep Harden. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Caldwell Pope.
Oh, fantastic vision. I mean, Brown always cognizant of everyone around him.
Pass to Durant. Over to Gasol. Here's Jordan on the wing. Harris. And the 3 ball is good. Harris has got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
Well, that's almost a sure thing when you leave him that wide open on the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
Caldwell Pope passes to Schroeder.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Irving with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Another shot. Irving kicks to Harden. On the wing, Irving. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. The tray. Jordan. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nets lead by 11.
We talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's James. And the dunk by James.
James is superb at scoring the ball, especially when he gets a pick, giving him all the room he needs.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Harden dishes to Jordan. 11 seconds left now here in the second. Harden up top. And there it is for him.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with the...
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They lead by 11. And over to Shaq. What do you... And that does it for our half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Gasol at the center position. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Schroeder looking over the floor. It's tipped. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's the Lakers with it. Kuzma kicks to James. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And it's Irving missing.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
The pass to Kuzma. Caldwell-Pope for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Caldwell-Pope's got 5.
And Caldwell-Pope can be a volume three-point shooter, meaning when he gets a lot of attempts from there, he can fill it up from downtown.
And see, Webb, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope changing his approach before last season. He knew he wouldn't need to take on as much of a scoring responsibility.
Yeah, and what a team player, GA. I mean, KCP rededicated himself to defense. He tries to do more with less touches now. And that's the mindset you need to have playing with stars going for a championship.
And it's James missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
James against Irving. Over LeBron. Kept alive. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Irving, rejected by Gasol.
Wow. Trying to challenge Gasol, big-time two-way player. He gets it done on both ends.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. So both teams making some changes here. Nets leading by 12. Irving with the ball. 8 points for him. Kicks to Brown. Back to Irving. Launches a 3. Rebounded by the Lakers.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
And improving as a shot maker every year. Harrell has to be accounted for defensively.
Here's Llewellyn. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 5 to shoot. Baseline J on the way. And Crane is right there.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Morris passes to Caruso. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. Passes it to Harris. Off target with his three. Lakers trail by 12. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Harrell. Basket good. Harrell's got 6.
Oh, he's been as dependable as he always is. He can't do it all by himself, though.
52 seconds left in the third. Irving passes to Harris. Harris draws the double. And the wide open shot from Green. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got 4 rebounds in this game. Morris, left side. Pass to Harrell. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Here's the three, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Irving passes to Llewellyn. Now Irving, he's got 8. That shot wide open. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
Torch from mid-range. I mean, that's almost unmatched. I mean, Irving is dead-eye from that range.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Things have been clear. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Brown. Green is out there with Durant. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Harden in at the point. Here's Horton Tucker. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game, because I think Giannis is trending in that direction and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant. And yeah. Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
And it's Durant missing.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
And they're able to recover. Pass to Harrell. Out to the right wing. Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. Bucket is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Nets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. That's good from Harrell. Here is Harden. And he gets the bucket.
Good luck in stopping Harden tonight. Another classic performance from the ultimate scoring machine.
James against KD. Over Durant. Los Angeles with another miss. Nets leading by 12.
Get there.
Just 5 on the clock. From deep. It's not going to go for him. And the Lakers take it the other way. Schroeder with the ball. Now Green defending. Horton Tucker, the pass to James. Looking to get back on track here. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. James against Durant. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. So both teams changing it up here. LeBron kicks to Kuzma. Rebound, Brooklyn. KD's got his 5th rebound in this one. Irving for 3. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
His three-point game hasn't been there for him today, but don't sleep on him. At any moment, he could get his touch back. And that's a gift if I've ever seen one. They've got to communicate much better out there.
Harden surveying the D. Now the pass to Irving. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Look, Irving rarely misses from downtown, even way outside. He's a knockdown threat.
James, no good. Nets leading by 15. Irving with the ball. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope against Irving. 5 on the clock. On the wing, Harris. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And Schroeder's got the ball here for the Lakers.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Brooklyn.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for James Harden.
He was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game, no matter what the situation was.
He delivers that with force.
I cannot believe that.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they want.
Now here's Harden. From deep 3-point range, Kuzma pulls it in.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took care of business like they... All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving at the 2 spot. And for the Clippers, Baca is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2-guard position. Irving with a clean look. Offline with his 3. Now the Clippers moving it up. George has got the ball. And then Leonard with the dunk. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 16s, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
KD drives in, goes straight through the defender for the dunk, draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Well, despite his outward demeanor, Durant plays with so much passion, takes the hit, still able to convert.
That free throw good from Durant. Now, here is George. He's coming off a 13-point game against Memphis.
Let's just not forget about the work on the glass. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Misses off the right eye.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Good chance to see Paul George burst that time.
Batum against Durant. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
So far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Irving, and he lays it straight in.
Look, this guy, Kyrie Irving, has incredible confidence when he's going inside to finish over the D.
And George, here we go. Batum. That shot, no good. Nice D from Durant. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Clippers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And it's sent back by KD.
Wow, the large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
Leonard on the wing. Beverley, the pass to Ibaka. Back to Beverley. Clock is at 3. Second chance shot. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Then for the Nets, Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Kyrie Irving. Harris kicks to Harden. Harden draws the double. Brown outside. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And it's Green missing. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 3-point game. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, lots of ups and downs. 1 good possession, 2 bad ones, 1 good one. They could never get on a steady run and play some solid offense.
Williams with a clean look. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Nobody near George. Los Angeles with another miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Well, that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
For the Clippers, Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Paul George. And then for Brooklyn, Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Over in the corner, Williams. Morris with the bucket.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release.
Passes it to Luwawu. To the paint. Here's Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Oh, nice there. Getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Now, Kennard. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. The shot off that time. The Nets have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, that's where they look to him most. DeAndre Jordan with arms that go on for days. Just toss that ball anywhere, and he knows what to do with it.
Outside for Jackson. Pass to Zubac. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Well, the arms of DeAndre Jordan are like a horizon line. They go on forever, which allows him to send those shots back.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Brooklyn ahead, up 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Luke Kennard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for Morris. And the Nets also making a change. Kevin Durant's checked in for Green. Kennard's shot is off. The Nets with the lead. Here's Luwawu. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. The quick look, no good that time. Brooklyn with the ball. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
Poked away. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And Jackson throws it down hard.
That's where Patrick Beverly's defensive tenacity helps you out. Active hands, and he knocks the ball away.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Irving. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Left side, Ibaka. Outside, Jackson. The shot misses. The Nets go the other way with it. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
Yeah, and they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Durant, no good.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Leonard, he's checked in for Kennard. And Georgia subbed in for Jackson. And then for Brooklyn, Jeff Green. He's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And James Harden subbed in for Landry Shamet.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
Los Angeles with another miss.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Harden, that's good. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts at maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. George passes to Williams. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Zubac finds George. A three from Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his third assist on the night. Harden against Williams. It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
George passes to Zubac. Back to George. And it's George finishing it off.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Back to Brown. The pass to Harden. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots from 12. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Leonard kicks to Zubac. Morris, left side. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. "24 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Harden with it. A 20-point game for him in the win against Orlando. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
As crafty as they come, Harden uses that tremendous body control to his advantage.
The Nets shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. He hits both from the stripe.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
A nice shot by George.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Yeah, no one hits a pull-up like the Beard. I mean, he's perfected the quick stop and pop, and that thing is a deadly shot.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. And load management. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at the point guard. Shots good by Ibaka.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
The shot's good from Jordan.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Clippers shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Here's George. 10 points for him. Leonard finds Beverly. Banked in off the glass.
He's attacking right now. Patrick Beverly just getting fired up, and his team is doing the same. In
the corner, it's Harris. Second shot opportunity, and 2 shots coming up at the line. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
Beverly, the pass to George. Back to Beverly. Oh, good on the triple. And KD's got the ball here for the Nets. Harden with it. Leonard picks him up. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Luwawu is checked in for the Nets. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. The Nets also changing it up. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. There's the lob to the hoop. A shot by Batum, no good. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's foul number 2 for him. Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams against Irving. Over Batum. And the Nets miss again. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, he's just gifted with the basketball, and that includes making plays. Lou Williams spotting a man that time.
Here's Irving. Kennard with the rebound.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. Ibaka right side. And it's blocked by Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's Jackson with the 3. Trains the three-pointer. Jackson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
And Jackson has become a reliable three-point shooter. That's a shot you got to respect.
Irving passes to Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Williams looking over the floor. Kennard for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Shamet finds Jordan to the right side. Here's Luwawu. It's hauled in by the Clippers. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Batum passes to Jackson. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Jackson's got 7 now in this quarter.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Irving.
Coach is yelling at the defense to at least get a hand up on Kyrie Irving.
Pass to Ibaka. He dishes it to Batum. And Jordan sends it back. Batum with the steal. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Marcus Morris is checked in for Luke Kennard. And George is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And then for Brooklyn, Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu-Cabarrot. Bruce Brown comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Harden in for Kyrie Irving.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Clippers lead by 5. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubats in at the 5 down low. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's KD. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
What a difference it makes to have someone like Kevin Durant on the floor with his sixth sense to launch the shot before the clock can expire.
The 3 from Morris. And no good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
George dishes to Leonard. And he goes big with a dunk right over DeAndre Jordan.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
And here's Harden. No good there. Excellent D there from George. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in. Pass to Zubats. Back to George. Pass to Zubats. Feeds to George. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Nets trail by 3. Jumps up. And the jam by Harden.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Now the pass to Zubats. He kicks it to Leonard. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. From deep. And it's Beverly missing. And KD's got the ball here for the Nets. A great jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right?
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer. That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
And that one's good, Irving. And now a 3-point Nets lead.
Appreciate the mentality of Kyrie at this point, embracing the moment. He'll take the big shot.
Beverly for 3. Three-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by George. Beverly's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Beverly excellent at getting a bucket when the team needs it, stepping up that time.
Pass to Irving. On the wing, Harris. Back to Irving. From the high post. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Nice mid-range J. Automatic, it looks like, for Kyrie Irving right now.
Here's Jordan. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. Gets the first. That narrows the gap to 1.
With Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring. You get good playmaking and rebounding. You get a defender with active hands. There's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Clippers. Batum comes in for Morris. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Oh, DeAndre Jordan sinks that shot. Not the first option, but doing the job.
Back to Beverly. Kicks it to George. It falls. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Durant in the corner. Off target from three-point range.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Harden against Beverly. Harden outside. That shot is off. Great D that time from Batum. This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, they don't want to let this one slip away.
And Beverly kicks to Batum. Ibaka down low. Count it!
And this is where Ibaka's steely demeanor serves him well. No hesitation under pressure.
Here's Durant. Money!
Despite a laid-back nature, Durant demands the ball in crunch time. This is why.
And the Clippers call time here. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, James Harden.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
And regulation now complete. We will go to over. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Lou Williams out there with Paul George. And it's Ibaka. Then there's Batum. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Ibaka finds Batum. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
With big stakes, big bucket. Ibaka showing he has the mettle to rise to the challenge.
Williams against Harden. He feeds it to Green. It's stolen by Ibaka. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Here's Williams. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And now a 4-point Clipper lead.
Wow, huge in a big moment there. Getting the ball to Lou Williams, not a bad idea.
Harden. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Leonard attacking, and then Leonard with the dunk.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Basket counts.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Williams against Harden. Williams inside. Can't cash in from close range. Nets trail by 4. Bobbed up there for Green. That shot misses.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Williams. Durant's checked in for the Nets. Joe Harris comes in for Brown.
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
Count it!
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Now, here's Beverly. This is to Leonard. The feed to Ibaka. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
Love how Leonard slices passes through the defense. He guts the defense pretty quick on that pick and roll.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Clearly a foul.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 5.
And really, on top of all else Harden does for you at this end, he's a tremendous free throw shooter, around 85% for his career. Clutch.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Harden, that's good.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. Clippers with the ball. 6-point lead. Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Outside Leonard passes to Beverly. They get it again.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
And so Los Angeles takes the win, and they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came to... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. getting mentally prepared to go to work on the... And a chance here to check out some stats for Kawhi Leonard.
And guys, he's fighting it a little bit at the free throw line. In the past 10 games, the stroke just hasn't been what we saw earlier in the season. He'll be trying to right that ship here tonight.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Batum, and it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Schroeder in at the point. Oh, Leonard in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
And it's blocked by Ibaka. Leonard attacking, looking for George. He gets it there. And it's George finishing it off.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Memorable. Keep that one in the career highlight reel for sure.
And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. And Batum throws it down.
Yeah, you can't forget about the long arms of Batum. I mean, I want to see him be more active on the offensive glass because he's capable.
Schroeder. Beverly against Kuzma. Here's James. Good. Now for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
Kev, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future. And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
Knocks it loose. Beverly with the ball. Now guarded by Schroeder. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And here are the Clippers. A 14-2 run over the last bit. George finds Ibaka. Leonard inside. He's guarded by Schroeder. Kicks it out to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game, but as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Jackson, he's checked in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. And the rejection by Zubac. And here we go again. The Clippers on the break. They get it back. And Leonard gets it to go. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trail by 16. And a chance now to look at the small forwards who have been dominant this season offensively. Kawhi Leonard on top. LeBron James third.
I mean, tremendously gifted athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
Well, we know the small forward spot is where the bulk of the scoring load rests on most teams. I mean, those players on that list always come through in the scoring department. These guys pack a lot of firepower.
Now here's Jackson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Memphis. Zubac. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
James with the bucket. James has got his second basket of the game.
LeBron's game has a real shine to it, spit polished, and he's got a great feel of when to attack from there.
Outside for Jackson. Now Kennard. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. It's LeBron with the drive, and finished off by LeBron.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's driving inside, he's looking for the punch.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Kennard finds Jackson. There's the steal. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. James, the pass to Morris. Out left to the wing. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Williams attacking. For the three. Hits it from three-point range.
The quick release. Let's just call him Sweet Lou, pumping it in from deep.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Clippers lead by 15. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Here are the five the Clippers have to start the second. We've got Luke Kennard, Lou Williams out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Zubats in at the 5. And here they go, stolen by Caldwell Pope. The shot's good from Kennard.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number one has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Solid poise from PG, Paul George. Excellent at converting despite getting hit on the drive.
Here's Schroeder, the pass to Kuzma. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
Leonard, he's checked in for Luke Kennard.
Boy, you look at Kuzma, the 27th overall pick in the NBA draft, guys, a multi-talented, confident forward with impressive skill and potential.
Now here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kicks it to George. Leonard looking over the floor. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
Here's Caruso. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Marcus Gasol picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. And Beverly kicks to George. And George with the stuff.
Amazing athleticism from George. I mean, sprinting towards the bucket and getting there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Here's Caldwell Pope. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down.
Not that time. He was determined to get those points.
Now, here's Beverly. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game, and that one's good. George.
The defense not putting up any fight.
on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Clippers leading by 18.
And although it seems like KCP will never be a huge factor on offense, he can still give you valuable points and also that spacing he can provide out on the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you there, and it's a valuable tool kit that he has because he can provide some playmaking and shot making and spacing of the floor. And he's also become more efficient as an offensive player. But he does know and recognize that his strength is at the defensive end, his athleticism, mobility, and versatility. And offense is tertiary to his contributions.
Now here's Schroeder. He's still scoreless so far in this one, and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. Markieff Morris comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's LeBron in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Here's Williams after the basket by the Lakers. 1:09 left in the first half, and it goes down 2 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
The drive by Jackson. Morris passes to Jackson. Outside for George. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow. George has got 19 points.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. It's stolen by Schroeder. Fast break, the Lakers. Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. Schroeder dishes to James. Nice D from Williams. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Oh, Morris in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play. Now that's some hang time. What a pretty double clutch move.
Agreed, Greg. You can afford to get fancy on your... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Paul George taking care of business in this one. He ended up with 19 points, 3...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Paul George in this game, guy, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Caldwell-Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Gasol, and at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Kuzma against Batum. 4 on the shot clock. Here's James. The Clippers grab the miss. George has got 4 rebounds in this game. Leonard with no one around. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Leonard's got 16 points.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
On the wing, James. He's covered by Leonard. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Alex Caruso. He's checked in for the Lakers. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Kennard's checked in. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. The Clippers grab the miss.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
And Ibaka slams it in.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't go.
That was worth the price of admission.
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Pass to Kennard. Back to Beverly. Outside Batum. Beverly finds Kennard. His three-pointers off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Frankie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
And the Lakers making a change here. Morris is checked in. And here's Leonard from 3. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for the Lakers. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Got a piece of it. Passes it to Caruso. To the inside. Here's Morris. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
An elite rim protector, Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing.
And he gets it to go.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Morris finds Kuzma. Harrell down low. Leonard's there. It's good.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Beverly against Harrell. Leonard the pass to Kennard. From deep. Rebound the Lakers.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. The Clippers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Outside Leonard. Morris against Williams. On the wing, Morris. That 3 off the mark. Lakers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Horton Tucker, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible.
Yeah, he still made it look good, though.
Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Good unselfishness there by Williams. I mean, he recognized the roller had the nice angle to score.
And there's the pass to Caruso. Feeds it to Harrell. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Outside Leonard, back to Williams. In the corner, Kennard with it. Here's Leonard. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers, we've got Williams. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Morris in at the 3 spot. They grab their own miss. Pass to Horton Tucker. Morris inside. He's covered by Leonard. The shot's good from Gasol.
And, you know, for a big man, Gasol's got great urgency to his play. I love the quick action on that jumper.
Pass to Williams. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, come on, bust that, baby.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Right side, Gasol. Back to LeBron. And the dunk by LeBron.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And George kicks to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Proving right there he's a team player who wants to get his guys involved. I like seeing George make those passes.
Schroeder dishes to LeBron. From outside, off the mark.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And so Gasol will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's Horton Tucker. Good work defensively by Morris.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Offensive rebound. Leonard out to Morris. Pass to George. The dish to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
Here's James. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Jackson looking around. Good on the triple.
The improved touch of Jackson, especially from range, now making him a multi-dimensional threat.
James, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for James. On the free throw, no good. Greg, you played against some terrific players, including the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'd love to hear your thoughts on playing against Kobe.
I mean, his passing is still tough, I'm sure, for many to deal with because he was just taken from us at such a young age. But this guy was a ferocious competitor and someone who showed us in life and in tragedy that you need to make the most of every moment that we have here. You know, I just appreciated to really the fans getting to know Kobe once his career was over, because I think he was able to let his guard down a little bit and show us a lighter side, a more compassionate side.
That is an excellent point.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Clippers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for George.
Boy, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight, a force on both ends.
Jackson finds Patterson. Kennard with the ball. And the pass to Mann. Back to Kennard. Drains it from beyond the arc.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
Back to Matthews. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Man, nice to watch Matthews rise up with confidence. Superb at getting good position close to the rim.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
I'll start with you, Ty. Who's the bigger trash talker between you two? Because I know you guys.
The activity in front of the Brooklyn. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounders.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Gasol at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for Brooklyn, Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Durant in at the power forwards position. The drive by James. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. And Steve, as we get into the middle of the season, do you feel we have a good idea of who the contenders are at this point?
The major forces, Kevin, you know for sure where they are. There are always some teams you can't tell if they're legit or not just yet. Most of DeAndre's field goals are dunks, exceptional at getting great position down inside.
James kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Back to James. And the dunk by James.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Harden against Schroeder. Inside, Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Nets passing it around. Irving finds Jordan. Lets it go with a three. And it's Irving missing.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist by Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, 3 for 4 now. I like the pace for them on offense.
Caldwell Pope against Irving. Fires the three. Rebound the Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
A combination of unforced errors and just poor decision making. They need to be much better in that aspect of the game this time around.
Now here is Irving, and it's blocked.
Though he won't block a lot of shots, Kyle with terrific defense that time read that one all the way.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. Brooklyn making some changes. Jeff Green is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for Irving. Now, here is Harden. 20 points for him last game against Orlando.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
Here's Horton Tucker. James Harden picking up that last basket. Morris passes to James. And too long on the shot.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Harden's shot is off. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to the Utah Jazz.
And missing your free throws usually changes the complexion of a game. Certainly did in that one.
Especially on the road. Each miss fired up that crowd even more.
Now here's James. He's got 6, but they recover it. There's the pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Caruso. A second chance effort. The shot's good. 1:14 left to play in the first. Durant down low. 2 points. That one goes.
Attacking the heart of the defense, Durant on the finishing end of a smart play design.
Here's Caruso. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Pass to James. To the middle. Morris passes to Harrell. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Horton Tucker. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Landry Shamit's checked in for James Harden. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
KD dishes to Green, and they take the lead.
Knows where everybody is. If there's an open man, Durant's going to find him.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. LeBron outside. Passes it to Horton Tucker. Morris inside. KD's on him. Here's Harrell. The putback to the wing right side. Here's Caruso. And that one released in time, but no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Nets lead by 2. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Markieff Morris is out there with Harrell. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Horton Tucker in at the 3.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Irving against Schroeder, and that one is good.
Difficult guarding Kyrie. He's comfortable from any range and willing to take what the defense gives him.
Here's Caruso, covered by Irving. Harrell on the follow. Harrell's got his first points of the game.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got the lead up to 2 now for Brooklyn.
One of the great rebounders in this league. When Jordan does score, this is often how it happens.
Morris. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Shamet kicks to Irving. Lets the 3 fly. Drills it from outside. Irving's got 5 now.
All the way back in high school, Kyrie showed us he has a unique touch from distance.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Now here's Schroeder. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in. The Lakers also making some changes. Marc Gasol is checked in for Harrell. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Morris. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Alex Caruso.
Maybe Kuzma's greatest attribute, creative in how he generates points.
Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
It's Schroeder with the drive. Jordan against Gasol. Now here's Schroeder. D right on him. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Off target from outside.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Irving. LeBron, he's checked in for the Lakers. Here's the break. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Now it's a 7-point Brooklyn lead.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Schroeder against Harden. That's good from Schroeder on the assist by Caldwell-Pope. Caldwell-Pope's got 3 assists in the game. And for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's best when he lets the game come to him, when he's not forcing shots, not making things tough on himself, not making tough passes. Smitty, a simple approach does wonders for him.
Kevin, you applaud the maturity of KCP to realize that. He knew he needed to change his game to improve. Focusing on making the easy play has made him a very valuable member of this team.
James misses.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
When the shots come to KD and the flow of the offense, it makes it much easier.
And here's LeBron outside. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one. Lobbed up there for Durant. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And the reach of KD, no need to be pinpointed with that alley-oop. He can just about touch the rafters.
LeBron passes to Kuzma. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And stolen by LeBron. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and that one drops.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Schroeder against Harden. Jordan dishes to Harden. Misses the wing J.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And so it's Brooklyn in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to Well, we know he's a magician on the court. Kenny, has there ever been anyone better? And that should...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Jordan in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Back to Harris. Durant down low. Guarded by Kuzma. And KD throws it down.
It looks like a toy hoop for him. KD throws down with ease.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Caldwell Pope's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Irving for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got the lead up to 13 now for Brooklyn.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
Kuzma with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Kuzma gets to Gasol. Caldwell Pope passes to Gasol, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
Brooklyn making some changes. Green comes in for DeAndre Jordan, and it's Brown in for Harris. And the Lakers also making a change. Horton Tucker's checked in. The offensive rebound, Harden. Pass to KD. 6 on the shot clock. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And with numbers like this, how about 87% on the year? He's been somebody they love having at the line.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Landry Shamet's checked in for the Nets. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Harrell, he's checked in for Marc Gasol.
For a guy who is 6'3", Kyrie shows us he has great confidence playing inside.
Kuzma gets to Harrell. The pass to Horton Tucker. Outside for Caldwell Pope. That's good from Schroeder on the assist by Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Irving drives in. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Schroeder. Pass to Horton Tucker. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Power down with both hands.
Yeah, and Caldwell Pope pretty effective in that pick and roll.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Harrell. It's Kuzma penetrating. Count it.
The stride gets Kuzma to the basket in a flash. No time for the defense to collapse.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. There will be a subtle but significant change on the court this season. Wilson is now the official basketball supplier for the NBA and its affiliated leagues. In fact, they were the association's original supplier starting in 1946. Now, after a nearly 4-decade hiatus, Wilson reclaims that position. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate that, David. Thank you.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Harrell's energy is what helps him collect second chance opportunities.
It's Brown with the drive, and it's good for 2. Brown's got his first points of the night.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
And that one's good, Caruso. Caruso's got his second bucket of the night.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Took him no time at all on that one. And the Nets lead by 12.
That's easy money for KD. He's always had great touch from the mid-range.
Caruso, no good.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Lakers trail by 12. Here's Caldwell Pope, and he goes in for the dunk.
And you see the quickness of KCP bursting to the rim.
High post, KD. He's against Morris. Yep, that one goes. Durant's got 13.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
Caruso, the pass to Morris. Rebounded by the Nets. Durant's got 4 rebounds in this game. Passes to Shamet. Out to the wing. Durant down low. And that one, good.
It's been this way all game, I'll tell you. Durant putting on a clinic.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We come back right after this. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Caruso in at the point. Here's Durant. It's rebounded by Gasol.
And that is the exact type of opportunity.
Respect. LeBron showing the artistry that other players could only dream of.
The deep three from Durant. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Lakers trail by 12. Here's LeBron. He dishes it to Morris. Back to LeBron. Lakers passing it around. Caldwell Pope against Brown. Some solid defense from Brown.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Harden, no good. The Lakers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Lets it go from 14. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Irving's checked in for the Nets. The Lakers also changing it up. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Morris, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
The shot's good from Irving.
All about converting your opportunities. He just hit his second three of this half, third of the night.
Schroeder, left side, kept alive. Kuzma. Gasol finds James. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Harris from deep three-point range, and it's LeBron James with the rebound. LeBron's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, this is where he's inconsistent, and that can slow down your team's momentum.
And Durant launches from deep, and it's LeBron James with the rebound. Lakers trail by 15. Kuzma kicks to James. And James throws it down.
A competitor in everything he does. LeBron with the strong finish.
Harden way outside. LeBron grabs the miss. LeBron's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Caldwell Pope for 3. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And again, no good by Brooklyn. LA's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. LeBron kicks to Gasol. And there's the pass to Schroeder. No good with the triple. Brooklyn leading by 13. A deep 3 from Durant. Gasol with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Schroeder dishes to Gasol. That misses off the backboard. The Nets shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Nets.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for KD.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
Fires from the wing. Good on the shot.
And for Dennis Schroeder, that's a shot the defense will give him because of his ability to blow by people.
Now, here is Harden. From deep. Offline. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good competition. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.